Now, when you thought I want to be a different person,
Mm-hmm.
why did you be a different person? That's another thing. I can't understand a single thing you've ever done. That's your genius, isn't it?
The thing is, Tom...
Styrian. That bloody bag! I think it's the old clothes that I was going to take to the Red Cross shop earlier, and some cuddly toys from my childhood, but I don't need them no more because I don't get that scared in the night no more, that I need a rabbit by me. And a jigsaw.
I think, Tom, what it was is that I wanted...
Never did that jigsaw. I got halfway up the clock tower, and then I got a job. But it still stayed on the table for months after, and then I put my food on it. And I think occasionally a few bits of my jigsaw went in my food, and so therefore a part of my body is jigsaw now. Sometimes I burp and I can taste cardboard. So that tends to add weight to my theory, doesn't it?
You say so.
Yeah, different people. Why bother?
Why bother? Well...
It was supposed to be that Flash Harry, wasn't it?
Oh, before that, I mean, I always saw music and performance as being very much two parts of the same thing.
Thin White Duck?
Duke, you mean?
I do.
So it seemed like a logical step when I was sort of recreating myself for the audience. It seemed just the plausible thing to do.
So yeah, you exploring the interface between the star and the performer, weren't you? And the audience.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there, in fact. Yeah, that's exactly
well,
what
don't
I was
congratulate me too vigorously.
doing. Why?
It was just written down.
Oh, well, fair enough. But as I said, no,
I don't see a problem. What do you see as the main problem between the audience and the star and the performer?
What, in my case, or...?
No, generally.
Generally? Oh, I don't know, I mean, stadium gigs are one thing, I think.
Yeah, they are.
I much prefer the sort of close contact that one gets with a small indoor concert. Really?
Close contact. I'd love it if I could do this show that I do in like some kind of car park or something. Then all the people could get as far back as possible.
No, but I mean the way
I can almost smell them, the audience. I can't see them because of the lights, but I can smell each one of them individually. And do you know something? Perhaps this is my problem, but I always smell the same ones every week, and I get to know them by their smell. There's Mr. and Mrs. Pork.
That's very, very clever.
Cheese Woman.
The
Plum Twins. Professor Plastic. and an whole family of eggs.
Well, I can't smell anything at all, actually.
It's
apart
probably
from your
not
aftershave, Tom.
Do you like it?
It's very nice, actually. What is it?
It's Shamahoy.
Ishamahoy. I've not...
Sorry, I had a tune in my mind. Did you ever get that tune in your mind?
Yes.
I thought you would say no for a minute there. Because otherwise, where does the music come from? I was going to say, and you'd probably say I stole it off some bloke and he's not very rich, and I am. It's probably my brother-in-law or something, because you hear all the time with Paul McCartney. I had a sweet tune.
Yes, yeah, I understand. Well, sorry, but what's your next question? I think we've dealt with the...
Yeah, we've done that very, very good, I tend to think. It's all because of you.
I know.
What's the time?
Oh, yes, I think you've got another 2 minutes. Is it strict?
No, yeah.
Well...
Strict also, you've got to have it after I've had something to eat. So I'll ask you a question.
You had a tune in your mouth?
No, don't count.
Really?
Hang on. Got my sandwiches here that I bought in Marks.
Certainly.
Marks and Sparks. I'll ask you a question, I'll tuck in. You answer the question, try and make it long. But don't make it boring, whatever the hell you do.
Well, it'll depend entirely on the question, of course, won't it?
Well, Okay, what I'm wanting to know about you, Davy boy, my friend, and you know, don't feel free to not go on about this.
Okay.
Is how come your eyes are two different colours, right? Start.
Well, I mean, this has been well documented, I think. It all stemmed from a fight that I had when I was a schoolboy. We had a fight. It was actually over a girl, and I forget the name of the girl, but obviously it seemed very important at the time. But you know, I quite liked my eyes.
That's better.
As it was.
Did well there, but. Right, take my tablet now. Oh, can you run on another minute, a couple of seconds so I can take my tablet?
Well, as you can see, one eye is...
Oh, balls. Drop my cup, don't matter. They give me plastic ones from now on. It's like a feeder cup like babies have. I'm not a baby. When was the first time you thought to yourself the best instrument for me to play would be the trombone?
The what?
Trombone?
Trombone?
Yeah. If you had an orchestra, is what I'm trying to say. It's a metaphor on this one. If you had an orchestra, what would you have in it? What instrument?
If I had an orchestra?
Yeah, all of your own.
Oh, I think I'd just have the accepted orchestral...
You know what I'd have?
What would you have?
150 trombones, 9 bobos, a couple of trumpets, a trimpany, and a clavenav. And I'd be the conductor, waving my bidton.
So it would be like Tom O'Gormus's mispronunciation orchestra.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Well, why would I call it that? That's a stupid thing to call it. That's like calling it Tom O'Gormas's Red Rooster Orchestra or something, not connected to anything.
Maybe you should.
William Burroughs.
Ah.
Why do you cut things up? It says, yeah, I don't know myself, but apparently you cut things up and it's William Burroughs' fault. That's what it says. And do you ever find, I suppose this is just my own slant on the question, do you ever find once you cut them up, refer to them as they was, and you try and get them back together, and is that William Burroughs' fault
it's
too?
It's an artistic statement.
Suppose it is. You know, if you do it must be.
Why
did you put that paint on your face and did it sting?
It didn't sting.
Because it was on your eyes and all that, and that can be terrible. I remember I did that once because I wanted to look like Frankenstein on Halloween.
Frankenstein's monster, you mean?
I don't know about that. He was a bit monstrous. But I did it with my black marker that my sister stole from school.
Oh,
and it was very, very daft and dull and stupid.
Well, I think we've all been through
kids
that.
At home not
We've
to do
all
it.
been through that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, somebody asked me for Guy Fawkes today.
Hmm?
You know Guy Fawkes and a bonfire?
Oh, yeah.
I was walking into the flat and there was kids messing around outside and there was a bin full of rubbish and I said, penny for the guy. And I said, no, guy, there's a bin full of rubbish, and they pulled it out and there was a dead cat.
Oh, good lord.
What do you think about that?
Not meaning to be rude, but this is hardly
I know, it's awful, isn't it?
part of my career,
This
is
is the
it?
way Britain goes, though, isn't it?
Well, you know,
Nothing for them
think there's
kids
a lot,
to do.
Yeah, but on the other side, I mean, there are a lot of kids out there with a lot of imagination.
Did you go to bed with Mark Bowling?
No, I didn't go to bed with
I don't mean like that. Sexy.
Did we share a bed?
Did you ever have to... I know how it is, you get home, oh no, bloody hell, where am I going to go? I can't get in the house because the keys are down the toilet again. You go and have to sleep a night with your friend and he says you can sleep on the floor, it's alright, there's too many crumbs. So you have to get in with him and then your feet are very cold against each other's legs. Do you ever do that with Marky Bowling?
No, we should a couple of bunk beds and...
Were you sad when he died in his car?
Of course, I was very sad.
Yeah, and if he hadn't died in his car, it would have been better, like.
Well, obviously, yeah.
So if he died some other way, like if he'd fallen downstairs and twisted his vertebra,
The fact that he
broke his
died
neck and there was a
is-
blood clot to his brain and caused an embolism,
Well,
then he
you
had a
searching for
thrombosis.
conspiracy theories, yeah.
No, it'd just be a terrible way to go.
Of course, but no more terrible than any other way, I'm sure.
That's my grandfather, 'cause that's how he went.
Really?
And funny enough, he was going downstairs to answer the letterbox.
Mm.
And do you know what it was coming through the letterbox?
Oh, right, tell me.
Flyer for a T-Rex concert.
Your grandfather was a big fan of T-Rex?
No, they've just gone on the street. Now you tell me, is something in that or is there not?
Well, it's spooky, I suppose, but...
That's exactly when it happened to your friend.
Good lord.
Give or take.
Hmm.
10 years. Why did you think films?
Films? Well, that's another extension on the...
No, not so much that. It's more kind of, why did you think the films you did want to think? Because then you had your eyes, and you pulled it back, and the woman didn't want to do it with you, because you didn't do it proper, 'cause you did it with all spew coming out of your mouth.
What?
That's the film you did. Then you did the other film, and it wasn't a film, you did it on stage, and said, and all that, look at me, and you didn't even need to put any makeup on, because you were so ugly. Only messing. Then you did In the Prisoner of War and stuck your arms up, and it was a bit like a friend I used to have called you Lawrence, so we used to go up to him and say, Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, after you were filmed.
Right.
But I didn't know anyone who was called a man, so we could chuck him off the roof.
The man who fell to earth. Oh, very good. Yeah, it's very good. Very good.
But yeah, why did you choose them ones to do? And you did that one when you were a vampire and your eyes came out again. Eyes have had a big part to play in your career, haven't they, your eyes?
My eyes didn't actually come out. I hate to spoil the illusion, but it was just makeup.
You got very old very fast, didn't
I
you?
did, yeah, in that film.
Which is,
really interesting.
in many ways. I've done it again, I got to admit, I put my foot right in it this time. And I think I got Huggy Bear,
I beg your pardon?
my old teddy.
Oh, Huggy Bear. Very good.
What?
Nothing.
Well, no, come on, think about it, because names are important. Why is that very good?
Well, Huggy Bear is a character, I think it was Starsky and Hutch, wasn't it?
Kojak.
It was in Kojak.
Yeah.
Well...
No, it was
well,
Starsky
okay.
and Hutch.
Right, okay. Yeah, fair
But
enough.
Starsky wasn't in it.
It was just Hutch.
No, Kojak.
Did he have hair?
Who, Hutch?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Kojak. Then.
Kojak didn't have it.
No, he didn't.
So I'm saying.